Right guys, I'm back. I'm sorry it's taken so long to do this part 2 of this bandsaw retracting, or 4x6 bandsaw retracting wheels, but I've had all sorts of things on which at the end of the video you'll see probably why. It's gone well and I've completed the part 2 and it works really well. Obviously I need to show you exactly what I did, which if anybody of you wants to copy it, and I'm sure some of you clever guys out there, will probably improve on it and make it better. I have actually ordered a plunger, a spring-loaded plunger. I've got one, but it's too small, and it's to hold the wheels in the up position. So I need to drill another hole in the side of the cabinet, and when the arm's back, I'll pull the plunger and that'll hold the arm in the elevated position so that I can wheel it around without holding the handle. At the moment I'm having to hold the handle and then manoeuvre it to wherever I want to use it. If I want to use it over by the doorway or in the middle of the workshop, and then I can just pull the plunger out and drop it down and it'll be stable and we can work it from there. So and I don't know if you can even see this, but this is actually part of part 3, which is painting and renovating the top of the bandsaw, the main thing. Now I've got the main structure fitted, but that's another video. So in this video, which I'm going to show you, you can see how I made the swivelling wheels and how I linked across so that when the back wheels lifted, the front wheels lifted together, and then a mechanism with a lever, which is simply a bit of stainless rod. It's nothing complicated, to lift the whole thing up while I move it around, and then bob it back under my bench. So without further ado and loads of rattling on, let's get on with it and I'll show you. There's a little bit of milling work, there's some lathe work, and there's some assembly. I don't think there's much welding in this one. I didn't show a lot of welding. I am getting better with my TIG welding, although right, let me tell you, I paid £50 for this when I bought it from my bereaved friend's sale. I've cleaned it up and I'm renovating it and I'm making it as new to me. That were £50. The steel and the wheels and the bits and bats I bought to make the retracting wheels cost £86. Now I don't know if any of you guys have bought any steel recently. Just plain mild steel has gone through the roof. The guy I use in Leeds, he's something like Metal for You or something, and I went up there and I ordered the metal and he said £86. I nearly fell through the floor. I thought, oh my god, that is ridiculous, but that's what it was. And I bought it, and there might be a bit over to do other projects with. So yeah, it's not a cheap do, and I could have done it out of timber like all the other ones I've seen on YouTube where they've used timber and door hinges and things, which is a much simpler way, but I just wanted to make a nice job of it, and I just thought, yeah, it wants to look good, doesn't it? And in memory of my old mate, you know, look what I've done to something that I got from you. So without too much of a further ado, let's just get on with it and let me show you how I did it. just wants drilling and tapping. M6, that's 5mm. So I'll tap them and fix the wheels. Tapped. Find some bolts now. So it's the wheels mounted. Not sure if they want chopping down or not, them threads. Right, I need two at 60mm long. Two pieces of bar. This is inch by 5mm, 25mm by 5mm. This is to hold the carrier with those two wheels on. They'll be welded onto this somewhere along its width, and that's what the wheels will swivel on, just like the other end. I've measured the centre of the tip of the wheel to the pivot point on this from the other one, and I've made this one the same. It might not work out exactly the same because these casters swivel round, whereas the back ones are fixed, so the fulcrum point can change. But I'm going to just have to make it and see, and if it's wrong I'll have to remake them. Right, so I took the casters off so I didn't burn them. They fit on this side, and they're my two swivels welded on. That turn my microphone up a bit. They're the two swivel points. So I've welded those on. That's done. My welding's getting a bit better. Still rubbish, but I'm getting a bit better. An old age thing. So next job is to cut two stubs that'll fit onto, no sorry, I'm going to do the arm that controls the front and the back wheels and pulls it like that. And I've determined they want to be 50mm long, and they'll be welding in the centre, and then we'll have a piece of either threaded rod or a rod that's threaded at the ends with some sort of a left-right hand adjuster, so I can adjust the wheels to get them so they do that. I've just marked some steel out and I'm just going to cut it now, and then I'm going to weld those on to this one and onto the other. Right, so I've removed the rear wheels and I've cleaned up a piece in the centre where that wants welding on. That lug. So that's going to be the swivel. So that's for that one. And I've got this one ready to weld, and that's going on there. So they'll work then in tandem together, all as one, whatever. But I'm packing in for now. So tomorrow I'll probably do some more welding. And refitted the back wheels with the arm on that will control this, which will link across to this one, and this one's got the swivelling wheels on, which I've already fixed and bolted, and we've got the arms underneath that's going to attach to these two like so. I've made this of thicker steel because of this distance of standoff is greater than what that was. So I just thought I'd give them more support. So basically we've now got that just sat loose and it's marked up. So we've got this piece of angle iron bolted in, all the 4 holes are drilled, and I've just fixed it with 2 bolts. I've fixed this plate onto this side for the strengthener, and I've just clamped that one up like that with a clamp and a piece of plate so that I can drill the hole and bolt it. Then I can take that off and I can get into tack weld it on. So that's probably all there is to do on that, apart from it now needs welding up. I've welded these ends on in a bit of a bird shit fashion. All the holes are drilled. I've fitted that to the cabinet, it fits okay. I've just clamped these on with 2 magnets, tacked them and taken them off, and as you can see now how that goes. That'll be drilled to suit the height I need, and that'll swivel then on those. So that's the part 2 wheels. As I say, we will. Right, we've got a bit further. So that is the one I did first, and the wheels are at that point retracted, as you can see, and I've got this angle at 20 something degrees, or 22 degrees or something, and then this is the other side, and I can probably be able to see that okay. So they're also retracted, and the angle of that is the same as the angle of that. So now I just need a control rod to go across. Might need to just whip a bit off there. Oh no, it's clear. It's clear. It'd be better if they were rounded anyway. So I need, yeah, a piece of control rod across. This lot wants taking off and painting, and what I'm going to have to do is replace this fulcrum here with a something. I'm going to have to do something there because I need to extend this through. A piece of bar needs to come through the housing and it'll come to there, and then there'll be my lever to operate it. Right, so I've been trying to work out how to swivel this, and I did mention about coming through side here, so I've actually drilled a 10.5mm hole in there. This is a piece of stainless 10mm bar. What I'm going to do, this bolt and this bolt, I've tried twisting motion on it, and I think it should take the strength, is to leave that like that, take this bolt out, and then cut a shoulder on here on the lathe, 6mm, so it'll go in that hole in this in this bar, so it'll stick through and butt up to this other thing here, this main bracket. And then while it's still in lathe, I'm going to drill down centre of that. Come away because focus might not be there. I'll drill down centre of that and tap it M6, and then I can bolt through there. That'll drop through to that shoulder, and then with all this off, I'm going to weld this to this bracket. This is stainless to mild, but you can weld stainless to mild. It's just your reaction for rust and that, which won't happen in here. So that'll be, go through there, a bolt in here, I can Loctite it in afterwards through the end, gives me my fulcrum back, and then weld it all the way around there. Might be a bit slow. Right, I've just got to work out now how long to chop that. and leave, like I said, 25mm sticking outside cabinet. And when it's all welded up, I should be able to thread that in okay. And then we're going to make a boss and another handle. I don't know if the remainder of that would be enough, but that is stainless. Just try to form a little dome on the end of there. I don't want it to go right to the centre, just to make it look a bit cleaner. I don't know if any of you have actually seen my video of making this, but for a Myford, and it worked great. And those that haven't seen it, I'll just show you what's underneath. Just a pair of bearings, one bearing, sleeve bolt goes through, a bearing there, and then there's another bearing inside that it can rotate onto. And then there's a little packing in between, so both bearings actually do something. Yeah. Of x, y, 0. Y half eyeball Right guys, so we've got quite a good result actually. So that's the bobbin on, and that's just with a bolt in, a 10mm bolt, but you can see the angle's correct. A bit better. Slipping. Hang on. Tighten this right up. Well, that's enough. No problem. If I can get in here. You're not probably going to see much, but basically just bolting this thing back in now. So when it's in transit, that's wheels up like that, wheels down. The lever's going to be like there probably. And then when I drop it back onto its stand, yeah, I'll do this. And that'll be parallel, that's what I'm aiming at. And that's going to be parallel with that carriage edge, just to make it look neat. See if that will grip it. Yeah, it won't grip it enough. What we did is, it was simple really. I just welded a piece, cut that at an angle of something like 30 degrees, and a piece of bar, and all it does is it whacks into that angle iron. So that's retracted, and that's going to be wheels down, and it can't go any further than that. So that's that controlled. Wheels down, it don't need any kind of control because they can drag on floor if they want, it don't matter. Right, I've done it. So, can you see the lever? Wheels down, wheels up. Clearance. So that's on its base, as it was. That's lifted. So that's a success. Now I wouldn't like to use it with them wheels like that. And the other thing is, if I let go of that lever, they retract. So I need some sort of locator pin here, a sprung-loaded pin or something, so that I can. That's when it's, as soon as it's in position. I'll have to see how heavy it is when it's done. I've put grub screws in the bobbin down here, and you can see that. Yeah, I put two grub screws in and it slipped a bit on them, so I cleaned shaft and tightened them really tight so it marked it, and I've put two flats on the 10mm bar that goes through, so that it grips better, and that's where it is. That's fixed to that now. Overall, a pretty good job, I suppose. It's worked out well and it looks okay and it works. So next thing is on to the bandsaw. So this is the end of part 2.